Well, retarded judge from Essex County, Guildhall, Vermont, and fuckface Vince Naluzzi. Here we go again with your incompetent, psychopath, diagnosed, schizophrenic, paranoid piece of shit, must I say, that abuses children and young girls under the ages of 13. When he was over 20, he was in his mid-20s when he was having sex with young girls, just like his daddy, ex-chief of police Jeffrey Noyce from Island Pond, Vermont, both of them. Apparently somebody cares, because if not, you wouldn't be fucking following me, you queer bastard. Now, with that being said, you've already been reported, not only again to Vermont State Police umbrella, but a whole bunch of others. And there's been another lawsuit filed, and we've already identified you through the URL and your slip up and your fuck up on your previous messages and comments. So with that being said, I'm going to share to everybody in the nation my conversation with Umbrella about the perpetrator pedophile that was having sex with young girls in Island Pond, Vermont when he was in his 20s and the girls were only 12 and 13. He's manipulative, sexually manipulative, he is emotionally manipulative, and he is physically abusive, not only to women, young girls, but I believe young boys too. So why is it that Holly and Amanda from St. Johnsbury and Derby, Newport area, Northeast Kingdom umbrella for domestic violence? Why are you hiding the information?
Hold on one moment. Can I ask who's calling? You've been reported, and I want to speak with her supervisor. Okay, yes, absolutely. Thank you. Hold on one moment, please. Thank you. This is Amanda. Hi, Amanda. How are you today? Good, how are you? I'm doing well, thank you.
Don't trust advocates, by the way.
Aware, this is a conversation that needs to be heard, and it's in regards to a Holly who conducts parent visits. Okay. She has been reported, and she will be lawsuited if she is not removed from the system. And I can tell you why right now. She's violated. No. You hear me?
Tell me your name, please?
Yeah, I have 24 hours.
I'm trying to get your name, ma'am.
What I'm going to tell you is that Holly has violated my daughter and our rights for the very last time, including my grandson. Now, when I tell you that, I have copies and audio recordings with Holly. I have statements notarized to the police that Holly's aware of, and pictures that Holly provided when she saw bruises on my grandson that resides with Kevin Bickford in Island Pond, Vermont. Now, noting that you people are mandated reporters when it comes to crisis, and knowing that my daughter's been raped, and there's open rape cases that have not been attended to by Vermont State Police, you people, again, are mandated reporters. I come from the state of Maine, and I will file a lawsuit over there in Vermont against all of you, and I will have you shut down for violating the rights of me back in 2019 and 2020, as well as my daughter. Now, noting that Kevin Bickford has been and continuously abuses my daughter, myself, and my grandson, Jacoby, I want something done about Holly. If not, I promise you all will be lawsuited. And if you don't believe me, you reference Crosson, C-R-O, Sam, O Nancy, versus the state of Vermont, the state of New Hampshire, and a whole lot more to include judges, attorneys, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. If you don't want to be part of that lawsuit, Amanda, I'm going to ask you one more time, and I affirm. I am recording this conversation, and I'm sharing it publicly, nationally. You people at Umbrella, domestic violence, you are mandated reporters, and you've hidden the information, and you've allowed Kevin Bickford from Island Pond, Vermont, to get away with violating me, abusing me, my daughter, and my grandson. What are we going to do about it?
So
I have a file in Newport, Vermont, and my daughter has a file in Newport, Vermont, and when we requested copies of our statements that were put in those files, they went missing. They went missing. Now, those were copies of statements that would have been beneficial in these cases in the courtroom that got dismissed because we have a lack of evidence that Umbrella hid because we know that Umbrella works for the police and it was police and politicians that sex trafficked us, and Jeffrey Norris, ex-chief of police, is involved in that. And he's the reason why you people and my grandson are in the situation. My grandson has been abused. He's continuously being abused. Allie knows about it, and she's done nothing about it. And I'm telling you, this dates back to 2022 with Allie. I've got pictures, proof, facts, evidence, statements, and recorded conversations.
Ma'am, I'm trying to follow you because I'm hearing a lot of,
You're hearing a lot of anger because I'm angry and I have every right to be, and you're not going to slap that because
absolutely. So I'm just trying to get facts because I'm sure I don't know every case that comes through here.
Yes, ma'am. So I have been a hidden case since 2003, and I want to know why it got dismissed, and I want to know why for the past 23 years.
Now, you have proof. I didn't make any criminal physical threat to that bitch. I threatened and promised to back it up with a promise, another lawsuit. So Umbrella, you defamed, slandered me, and discriminated, as well as you used my conversation, Amanda, with you about Holly and her misconduct against my daughter and didn't allow her to see her son. You are all being lawsuited. Not just by me, but again by me for third-party distress. So I suggest to anybody, if you're a client of Umbrella, I would file a lawsuit against them because they violated me. I know goddamn well they violated you.